Locals near the Kinya Lagoon say they won't accept the bus. This is because it can be a temporary solution. These locals were deceived twice in the past. The bridge built in 1977 had collapsed in 2015. This caused great difficulties among the people. On the 11th of April, authorities laid the foundation stone to build a bridge, but the project was never implemented. The bridge was never completed, although officials had begun the groundwork. On the 28th of October, the Kinya Urban Council allowed a person who was allowed to operate a ferry service under certain conditions. The condition was that the ferry should transport students without a charge and ensure the safety at all times. Between 25 and 30 people commute on the ferry at a time. One such journey ended in a tragedy yesterday. 2 children were among those who died in the tragedy, leaving behind their school uniforms and other belongings. Misha Abisha's uniform caught the attention of many as it was found with the badge of an assistant monitor. She is receiving treatment at the Kinya hospital.
Some of their family members have died. They still have that shock in them. They are afraid. One child was saying she can't attend school again, but now their condition is improving.
8-year-old Fatima Zareen and 6-year-old Fatima Safla have embarked on a journey never to return again. What remains are the memories that they left behind.
Since they didn't have an English book, they told me they wanted one. I gave them the book and left for Colombo on Sunday night. These lives could have been saved. There is no proper hospital in Kenya. They don't have oxygen facilities.
For several years, locals faced multiple issues because they did not have a bridge. But now, they continue to live with the horrors of yesterday, which has left a scarring effect on them. The grief of these residents turned into rage as they attacked the house of MP Ms. Taufik, who laid the foundation for the bridge months ago. The Kurinyankani Lagoon will serve as a reminder of a fateful day which will never be forgotten. The ferry is no more, and 2 of its operators have been arrested. There is no indication on whether the victims' families would be compensated. In democracies, it is the practice of ministers to resign in the wake of such tragedies, considering them matters of national importance. How are politicians responding to this tragedy that occurred in the Kinya Lagoon?
The Kenya Pradesh Sabha had asked the RDA to operate a ferry service. We asked them not to operate that and that we wouldn't give permission. Then the Kenya Urban Council asked for permission. We clearly said we can't permit that and that they will have to use the alternative road. That is when the Kenya Urban Council had granted permission to operate the ferry service by exceeding their powers.
Ferry Service
On the 9th of July, State Minister Nimal Lanza expressed the following views on granting permission for the ferry service.
When the bridge is constructed, they are planning to operate a ferry service by levying a fee. But for now, they have asked us permission through MP Taufik to operate the service free of charge. We have given permission for that. If you ask us permission to operate it free of charge, we will give permission even for you. If you can't do that, we hope to do this through our ministry.
The State Minister expressed these views in Parliament today on the ferry service.
It is MP Imran Maharoop's brother-in-law who is the chairman of the local authority and the mayor. Therefore, it was his brother-in-law who gave permission for the ferry service. It was a close relative who operated the ferry. Therefore, it is MP Maharoop's brother-in-law and his supporters who were linked to this process. Therefore, I am asking the governor to take disciplinary action against the chairman after suspending him. I am also requesting the Criminal Investigations Department to conduct an investigation into this incident.
මේ කරපු අපරාධයට විරුද්ධව කටයුතු කරන්නත් කියලා මේ ගරු සභාවෙන් මම ඉතාමත් ගෞරවයෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා.
ඒක මාස 4ක් ගිහිල්ලා තවම ඒ ෆෙරි සර්විස් එක දාපු නැති එක කාගේ වරද්දක්ද දැන්?
අමුන්නාන්සේ දන්නේ ආප්ප කඩේ ආප්ප.
We can't make bridges just like making hoppers. Therefore, don't talk like a fool in parliament to gain political advantage.
දේශපාලන වාසිය ගන්න තමුන්නාන්සේ කතා කරන්න එපා.
දැන් මෙතුමාම කිව්වා කැටි කරන්න බෑ.
He said that they had asked for permission to operate a ferry service. It was MP Imran who had asked permission for the ferry service as an alternative. Instead of telling the name, you are trying to shift the blame onto MP Imran. This is completely wrong. We will complete the construction of the bridge quickly. We have instructed the contractor and the RDA to complete construction activities quickly to avoid the loss of more lives.
Views regarding the tragedy were expressed on behalf of the government at today's cabinet media briefing.
We wish to extend our arms of brotherhood to the families of those who lost their lives, to the parents who lost their children, and the people of Kenya who have been shocked by this incident.
The Janata Vimukti Peramana's former MP R. Chandrasekaran expressed the following views in Jaffna today.
The children lost their lives while using a ferry as they did not have a boat. Let's not forget that people are living like this in the 21st century. Against such a backdrop, they have built the Kalini Bridge and are opening it on a grand scale. When the people of Kenya have been affected and when their children have died, why do we need development that is not available to them? Many say that millions of funds are looted through projects to build bridges. The government must bear responsibility for the Kenya tragedy. Millions are being spent to build jogging tracks and gyms. They are spending millions on development projects that the people don't need at all. People are dying as a result of that.